Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. When Rasheeda thought she had all the receipts, her lawyer dropped a quiet bombshell in the courtroom. A hidden bank account. Not one, not two, but 3 secret accounts, all tied to Kirk Frost's name, all filled with thousands. All completely off the marital books. And the worst part? The money was being moved. Weakly, Rasheeda's face didn't flinch, but her attorney, she leaned in and slid the documents across the table like a poker queen, revealing a royal flush. Your Honor, I'd like to freeze all Frost accounts effective immediately. The courtroom gasped. Kirk looked like he saw a ghost. And in that moment, everyone knew this divorce wasn't about pain anymore. It was about power. And Rasheeda just flipped the game. It all started with a phone call Rasheeda wasn't expecting. She was sitting in the pressed ATL office, finalizing the rollout for her new fashion drop, when her lawyer, Ms. Keisha McKnight, called and said, "Sis, we have a situation. You need to come down to the office today." Rasheeda didn't ask questions. She canceled the shoot, grabbed her files, and headed straight to Keisha's downtown law firm. And when she walked in, the look on Keisha's face told her everything she needed to know. "It's bad," she said. "How bad?" 3 hidden accounts, all active, all under Kirk's side LLCs. And baby, it's been funneling money out of your joint ventures for months. Rasheeda's hands started shaking. Kirk, the man who built Pressed ATL with her, the man who swore after Jasmine and Carly read that he was done with secrets, had been hiding thousands in offshore accounts. Keisha didn't even blink. "I've already drafted the motion. If we move now, we can freeze everything before he notices." "Do it, you're sure?" He chose war when he chose to lie. "Freeze it, ALL." The next morning, the paperwork was filed. Frost Music Group, Frozen Frost Bistro business account. Frozen, all 3 secret LLCs tied to Frost Legacy Holdings. Frozen. By noon, Kirk couldn't access a single dollar. Meanwhile, Kirk had no idea. He was living his usual double life, recording recovery Instagram stories and claiming he was focused on healing while low-key trying to shift money to a 4th account his cousin had helped him open. He walked into the bank like nothing was wrong, sat at the private banker's desk, and handed over his ID. The woman typed for a few seconds, then paused. "I'm sorry, Mr. Frost. It seems your account has been legally frozen." Kirk laughed. "What? Nah, run it again." She tried again. Same result. Frozen. Restricted. Locked. That's when Kirk started sweating. "Call your manager." "That's my effing money." "Sir, I'm afraid the court order overrides any authorization." "What court order?" The name listed. Rasheeda Buckner Frost. Boom. Kirk's world turned upside down in a split second. Back at home, Rasheeda was calm. She sat in her living room, sipping tea, her mom beside her, watching the court. Updates hit TMZ like a live feed. "They're saying you froze him out like Elsa." Her mom laughed. "Good," Rasheeda muttered. "Let him learn." Instagram blew up. Not Rasheeda playing checkmate. Kirk gone, have to start. Uber driving that man just lost his businesses and his backup cash. She a legend. Rasheeda ain't just divorcing him. She erasing him. Fans couldn't believe it. Nobody expected Rasheeda to flip the switch like this. But this wasn't just about money. This was about justice. Kirk had betrayed her not once, not twice, but now financially. And that, to Rasheeda, was the ultimate disrespect. The court hearing that followed, packed.tmz showed up. Love and hip-hop cameras were rolling. Even Carly Red sat in the back row wearing sunglasses like she was watching a soap opera live. Kirk came in looking rattled, gray hoodie. No jewelry and no Rasheeda. He tried to plead his case. "Your Honor, those accounts were for my music. Never touched Rasheeda's money." Keisha stood up with stacked receipts. "These transfers came directly from Precede ATL's shared account." That was a mistake that happened 37 times. Across 5 months. It was to protect the family, you mean? Protect yourself from the divorce payout. The judge raised an eyebrow. Mr. Frost, these hidden accounts are grounds for financial fraud during an active divorce proceeding. And just like that, Rasheeda's lawyer won the first major victory. Outside the courtroom, Rasheeda didn't gloat. She didn't cry. She just looked at the cameras and said, "I told y'all, I built this brand with love. But now I'm protecting it with lawyers." Fans erupted in the comments. "She does, not playing with y'all. This is why you sign prenups and hire black women attorneys," Rasheeda said. "Frosted bankrolls. Not today. Kirk about to start a GoFundMe titled 'Please Unfreeze Me.' But the real gag, Rasheeda hadn't even used all her leverage yet. There were more receipts to come. And next time, it wouldn't be Keisha talking. It would be Carly Red. The courtroom had barely cooled down from Rasheeda's silent win when the door creaked open again. And in walked Carly Red. Not scheduled, not subpoenaed, but ready for drama, like she was born for it. She strutted in like a woman on a mission. Red heels, black trench, and a folder clutched to her chest like it held the keys to the Frost Kingdom. The courtroom buzzed. Even the judge looked confused. "Ma'am, you are?" "Carly Red. I'm here to submit supplemental evidence in favor of Mrs. Buckner Frost." Gasps, screams. Even Rasheeda looked up, not with surprise, but suspicion. "What's she doing here?" Rasheeda whispered. "Delivering smoke." Her lawyer smirked. Carly walked up to Keisha and handed her the folder. No words. Just drama. Inside, screenshots, receipts, hotel confirmations. And one blurry security photo. Kirk Frost at the W Hotel in Buckhead. With a woman who wasn't Jasmine. Let's rewind. According to Carly, she knew about the hidden accounts months ago. He came to me after me and Mo broke up. Said he needed a way to protect his real money. Offered to move some through my glam company in exchange for a cut. Keisha blinked. "You helped him hide money." "No, I ghosted him. But not before I took screenshots of everything. I knew he was shady, but I wasn't trying to go down with him." And boom, the story broke even wider. It wasn't just Jasmine. It wasn't just Rasheeda. Kirk had another side piece. Care, and he was using dummy companies. Even Carly's old business proposals to funnel funds and hide transactions. Instagram was in flames. Carly Red turning into Olivia Pope with that folder, "This Ain't Love." And hip-hop. This is how to get away with fraud. Kirk out here playing Monopoly with women and LLCs. Brew, so we at baby number 3 and side chick number 4 now. The math is getting criminal. Fans were calling for the judge to lock Kirk up for financial misconduct and asset hiding during an active divorce. And you know Mona Scott was already plotting how to fit all this into the next season. But here's where it gets nastier. Keisha requested to bring Carly Red on the stand, not as a witness of character, but as a whistleblower. The judge allowed it. So Carly sat down, crossed her legs, and spoke clearly into the mic. "I saw Kirk give $7,000 cash to a woman named Davina at Club V Live back in March. I didn't say nothing then. But now, the timeline. Don't lie. Told me he had to clean up before Rasheeda filed. He said if she ever found out about the account, he'd deny everything. Well, guess what? She found out. And I kept the screenshots." Boom.Keisha passed the printed texts to the judge. One line read, "Rasheeda ain't ever gonna check Frost Holdings. It's all me." And right then, it was game over. Kirk's lawyer tried to object, tried to delay, tried to explain that Carly was clout chasing and emotionally biased. But it was too late. The judge looked Kirk in the face and said, "Mr. Frost, this is a pattern. Financial dishonesty, willful evasion. And now, multiple witnesses tying you to concealed accounts and cash movement during a divorce. If this continues, you will be found in contempt." Kirk looked like he wanted to melt into the floor. He was caught. Not by Mona, not by Rasheeda, but by Carly Red, the one woman he never thought would turn. Backstage, Rasheeda and Carly had a moment. It wasn't A hug. It wasn't a makeup. It was a truce. You didn't have to do that, Rasheeda said. I didn't do it for you. I did it because he thought he could play me, Carly replied. Either way, thank you. Girl, go get your money. They walked away from each other like two queens tired of the same old king. And just like that, Rasheeda had the upper hand. The courts froze every account. Every payment Kirk tried to send got bounced. Even his Cash App got flagged. Back on Instagram, fans were saying Kirk needed a public defender, not a PR team. Rasheeda flipping the script and Carly Red narrating it like Morgan Freeman. He didn't just get frozen. He got deep fried in court. At this point, Kirk needs a podcast and a prayer. Never thought I'd say this, but Carly Reed saved the episode. And while all of that was going viral, Jasmine was quiet. TOO quiet. Until the next episode, when a mysterious voicemail surfaced, and it wasn't just about the money anymore, it was about a baby. And this time, it might not even be Kirk's. The day after Carly Red dropped her bombshell in court, everything went silent. No Instagram posts, no Rasheeda sightings, a tase, no Kirk live streams, no Jasmine drama, at least not until one voice note shook the entire Love and Hip Hop universe. A mysterious clip started circulating on TikTok and X, formerly Twitter. It was low quality, muffled and clearly recorded in secret. But it had. Jasmine's voice and what she was saying had people screaming. He promised me it was only you and me. Now there's another one. You think I'm stupid? You think I didn't see that baby photo on your backup phone? Jury? Think I didn't recognize her? That little girl got your same ears. The comments blew up. Not Kirk having a third baby. Again. Wait. Jasmine thought she was the main chick this whole time. Kirk ain't just a husband. He's a lifetime series. If there's another baby, Rasheeda might go full Tyra Banks. Rasheeda was already having the worst week of her life. She had just gotten back the first report from forensic accountants. The money Kirk moved totaled over $211,000, half of it from pre-stay TL. The rest from sponsorship deals she negotiated. And now, she had to hear Jasmine on a voice note accusing Kirk of fathering yet another child. It wasn't even a rumor anymore. This was real, and Rasheeda was done playing cute. Her lawyer jumped on the situation fast by 9 a.m. Keisha had already submitted a request for a paternity test on all recent births tied to Kirk's financial records. Yes, including that mysterious child support transfer he made in cash 3 months ago. The judge approved the request on the spot. Kirk. He was caught flat-footed once again. He called Rasheeda, trying to talk privately. You really think airing this out is gone fix anything? You really think hiding babies was going to protect your brand? I was trying to keep things from spiraling. They've been spiraling. Kirk, you're just mad I caught you mid-spin. Click. Meanwhile, Jasmine, she went live. Not to apologize, not to deny, but to clear her OWN name. Let me just say this. Once, and I won't say it again, I was lied to too. Kirk told me he was getting a divorce, that him and Rasheeda were just roommates. I didn't know about the bank accounts, didn't know about the W Hotel girl, and if there's another baby, just as shocked as y'all. But don't group me in like I was in on this. That man used me like he used everyone else. She paused. Her eyes filled with tears. Y'all can judge me if you want. But I didn't break Rasheeda's heart. Kirk did. The comments. Warzone. Girl, sit down. Euban knew he was married. The tears came right on cue. This Hollywood or Love and Hip Hop? Loki, I believe her. Kirk the type 2. Lie to everybody. Whoo, chilly. Rasheeda got played like a chessboard. But behind the scenes, Jasmine wasn't lying. Keisha's team found another set of transfers. From Kirk to a woman listed as J. Haynes, not Jasmine Washington. Different last name, different state. But same money pattern. And just like that, the theory turned. To fact, Kirk Frost might have a third child. with a woman none of them even knew about at the next hearing. Rasheeda didn't even show emotion. She sat there in a dark suit, sunglasses on, flanked by her legal team. The judge listed out the frozen accounts, the financial misconduct, hidden LLCs, the new child support inquiries. And finally, he turned to Kirk. Mr. Frost, in light of the newest evidence, do you wish to disclose any additional accounts, dependents, or business interests? Before the court finds them on your behalf. Kirk didn't speak. Didn't blink. Just sat there, slowly realizing he was done. Outside the courtroom, Rasheeda gave one final interview to VH1 cameras. This ain't about being bitter. This ain't about being messy. This is about me reclaiming everything I built. My name, my money, my brand, my life. He had his chance to be a real partner. But now I'm building without him. And guess what? I'm still standing, the interviewer asked. What would you say to Kirk right now? She paused. I hope those secret kids remember your face better than your wife did. Boom. The courthouse felt like it was being filmed. For a Netflix docuseries at this point. Cameras didn't need to be rolling. The drama wrote itself. And just when you thought Kirk's situation couldn't spiral any further, she walked in. Not Jasmine. Not Rasheeda. Her name was Dasha Hall. Young, quiet, holding a pink file folder and a toddler on her hip. Security didn't stop her. She wasn't causing a scene. She just sat in the back of the courtroom, watching, waiting, until the judge called. Her name, Ms. Hall. Please approach. The room froze. Who was she? Why was her name on the court docket? And then the bomb dropped. Dasha had filed a paternity claim against Kirk Frost for her 2-year-old daughter, Zaire. The courtroom gasped. Again, Rasheeda didn't even flinch. She just looked over her glasses like a third one, for real. Kirk's face fully drained of color. His lawyer was whispering like crazy, but Dasha was calm. She placed the pink folder on the desk and spoke clearly. I met Mr. Frost in 2021. At a small showcase event, we had a brief relationship. I never pushed for anything, but when I found out I was pregnant, I told him. He said he'd handle it quietly. Since then, he sent me money in cash envelopes. No contact, no visits, just hush money. Inside the folder, photos, receipts, texts, a baby photo that looked undeniably like Kirk. Outside the courtroom, social. Media was having a total meltdown. Kirk got a 2-year-old baby named Zaire, and he's sending hush money. Rasheeda about to change the locks on her own DNA. This man is out here building a Frost legacy, League One, secret at a time. He's not a husband. He's a franchise. Hashtags were trending. Hashtag free RASHEED, a hashtag Frost fraud, hashtag Zaire Frost. And while everyone was clowning, the judge wasn't playing. Mr. Frost. Based on preliminary evidence and the lack of denial, I'm ordering a DNA test within 10 days. Until paternity is confirmed, temporary child support in the amount of $2,500 per month is to be paid to Ms. Hall. Kirk tried to object, but Keisha cut him off from the gallery. Pay the child support. We'll unfreeze your funds just enough to take it anyway. Boom! Rasheeda finally spoke up after the hearing. Not to the judge. Not to Kirk. Good Morning Atlanta. She went live on air the next morning wearing all white, pressed ATL logo behind her and full glam in place. And her opening line, I'm not just his wife. I'm his biggest mistake. The hosts gasped. She told the full truth about the accounts, about the brand, about Jasmine, about the new baby, and about her decision to move forward with or without a legal divorce. I already froze his money. Next, I'm freezing his image. Kirk will not be part of the pressed brand. No licensing, no rights, no profit sharing. That man is being cut off on every level. He had time. He had chances. Now I have the control. And then Rasheeda did something nobody expected. She invited Dasha and Jasmine to meet privately. No cameras, no social media, just woman to woman. It leaked later that all three women agreed on one thing. They wouldn't fight over Kirk. They'd hold him accountable together, KARLIE read. Even reposted a cryptic quote. The exes and the wife linking up. Now that's growth and war. Meanwhile, Kirk was unraveling. His assets frozen. His reputation shot. His DMs leaking. His baby count growing. And he was still due back in court next week for a follow-up hearing. What was it about? A second bank account just surfaced in the name of Frost Holdings Trust, and guess who just signed a check from it? Kirk's mother. That's right. Mama Frost might have been helping him move money behind the scenes, and the court. They're coming for all of it. By the time the next court date rolled around, everyone knew. This wasn't just a divorce anymore. It was a full-blown financial investigation, and the Frosts were under fire. Kirk walked into that courtroom, sweating not because of the cameras, not even because of Rasheeda, but because his own mama, Deborah Frost, was about to be called to the stand. Yep, Kirk's mother. The same woman who once cried on LHHATL about keeping family first. The same woman who once told Rasheeda, "Y'all stronger than most." Well, now, she was listed in the court documents as a recipient of funds from an offshore business account tied to Kirk. When the judge asked her about it, Deborah didn't even try to deny it. "Yes, Your Honor. Kirk asked me to open the account for emergencies only. I didn't ask questions. I trusted my son. He told me it was for business restructuring, not to hide money from his wife." The courtroom held its breath. Rasheeda didn't even blink. Her lawyer just smirked. Because Rasheeda had already been working behind the scenes, setting up her own brand separation. Let's talk pressure. The same week Mama Frost got exposed, Rasheeda did a full brand relaunch of Pre-Seed ATL under a new parent company called Pressed by Rasheeda Inc. What did that mean? It meant Kirk had no stake, no licensing rights, no profit shares, no logo access, no residual income from past inventory. She even refiled the business under a new line and started fresh. The first thing she posted: new chapter, new pressure. We don't fold. Fans went wild. She really said, "You don't eat off me nigh more." Not Rasheeda. Turning the betrayal into a rebrand. Iconic. Kirk's gonna have to sell his shoes on Poshmark now. Mama Frost better lawyer up because this bout to get federal. And just when Kirk thought he might be able to settle things quietly, Rasheeda announced a docu-series. VH1 confirmed it. The Break, reclaiming Rasheeda, a behind-the-scenes look at her rebuilding life, her brand and her future without Kirk. The tagline: "This ain't about heartbreak, it's about her power." The trailer was already in post. Production. Clips showed Rasheeda pacing in court hallways, her lawyer whispering. "We got the account." Jasmine, wiping away tears, Carly read, saying, "You're stronger than all of us combined," and then a final voiceover from Rasheeda herself. He lied. He cheated, he stole, but guess what? He never broke me. Meanwhile, Kirk was spiraling. His sneaker store evicted. His music management side gig dropped, and the public dragging him daily. One leaked group chat even showed Kirk trying to German mark a blogger. "I can explain everything if you just give me a fair post." The blogger screenshotted it and posted it with the caption, "Kirk Frost begging in the DM like he ain't go, like he ain't go. 3 baby mamas and a frozen account, boy bye, and Mama Frost." Oh, sis was catching heat too. She went live one night. Big mistake. She tried to defend her son. "Y'all don't know what it's like raising a black man in this world. Kirk made mistakes, but that don't mean he evil." People started dragging her in the comments. "Ma'am, he got a whole starting lineup of secret kids. You was helping him hide money like it was Uno cards. You raised a scammer, not a son. Be serious." By the end of the live, she just quietly ended it and hasn't been seen since. The court made their ruling on the second secret account confirmed over. $78,000 was funneled through Frost Holdings Trust in less than 14 months. The judge ruled that all Frost family-linked accounts be subject to ongoing financial monitoring until the divorce was finalized. Kirk tried to protest. This is a witch hunt. But the judge shut him down. No, Mr. Frost, this is accountability. And the only thing being hunted, ... is the truth. As the episode of Love and Hip Hop wrapped that week, the final scene. Rasheeda on the rooftop of her Atlanta store, looking. Over the city lights, Carly walks up beside her. Carly, you good? Rasheeda, nah, but I will be. Carly, you just took back your money, your business, and your power. Rasheeda, now I'm about to take back my damn name. Camera zooms out as the lights of ATL shine in the background. The grand finale didn't happen in court. It didn't happen in the pressed ATL store. Not even on Instagram Live. It happened on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Reunion Special. The producers knew exactly what they were doing. They brought everyone back. Jasmine, front row, Carly red, champagne in hand. Dasha Hall, holding her child's rattle backstage. Mama Frost, chosen silence, and Rasheeda. She walked in wearing a full crimson red jumpsuit and heels that could pierce through steel. When Kirk entered the stage, the silence was heavier than the cameras. He looked tired, beaten, not physically, emotionally. Rasheeda didn't even look at him. Host Nina Parker tried to play neutral. So, Kirk, this season's been heavy. What do you want to say to Rasheeda? Now that everything's come to light? He took a breath, looked down, and then finally up at Rasheeda. I messed up. I lied, betrayed you. I was greedy and reckless, but I never stopped loving you. The crowd half-gasped, half-rolled their eyes. Carly Red muttered, here go the tears and lies tore again. But Rasheeda, she waited, calm. Sharp dot, then she leaned forward, looking him dead in the eye. You say you loved me, but you built a life around me, not with me. You used my loyalty as your escape route. You were never a partner. You were a parasite. The studio fell silent. Kirk looked crushed. But Rasheeda wasn't done. She reached under her chair and pulled out a brown envelope. This is the final paperwork. It's not just for the divorce, but for my brand restructure. She handed it to Nina, who opened it slowly. The camera zoomed in on the headline, full termination of shared assets. Rasheeda Frost and Kirk Frost. Nina blinked. Wait, this includes publishing rights, joint property, future royalties. Rasheeda nodded. It's all mine now. I built the brand. I carried the marriage. I mothered the lies. Now I reclaim every single dollar, name, and moment he ever tried to profit off. The crowd erupted. Carly, WHEWWWW. Jasmine, period. Even Dasha clapped. Kirk sat frozen. Then, in the most ironic twist of the entire reunion, security walked up and whispered something in Nina's ear. She looked stunned. Hold up. This is breaking news. Kirk, we've just received confirmation. The state is now launching a fraud investigation into your business practices. Tied to Frost Holdings, the room exploded. Fans on Twitter were live tweeting in real time. They got this man served on set. LHHATL, legendary, fraud charges too. Kirk about to be in court more than Judge Judy. Rasheeda buried this man in red bottoms and a power suit. The final moments of the reunion. Rasheeda standing tall, Jasmine and Dasha hugging it out. Mama Frost walking away in silence, and Kirk being escorted out backstage by legal reps as the screen faded to black. One last title card appeared. Rasheeda now owns 100% of pressed ATL, its subsidiaries and publishing rights. Kirk Frost is under audit for concealed assets and potential fraud. The Frost legacy is officially over. Ooh, ... If that didn't leave your jaw on the floor, I don't know what will. From secret bank accounts to courtroom chaos, from brand domination to Kirk's final downfall, this saga was nothing short of a reality show masterclass. Rasheeda didn't just win, she made history in real time. But don't think it's over yet. There are rumors of more secret assets. And another woman just hinted at a fourth child with Kirk. Cles, VH1 just greenlit the next documentaries, and baby, Rasheeda's about to spill everything. So make sure you hit that like, smash that subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Because when the next bombshell drops, we're covering it first and raw. Drop your thoughts below. Was Rasheeda too cold? Or finally justified? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'll be there with y'all.